Welcome back to the channel. Hit the like and subscribe button, and thank you for watching. Today we got a new announcement. We got a new addition to the channel, which is going to be the Model Y Performance, the 2022 model, and we'll be covering a lot on this product, everything from what it's got to what it doesn't, and if there's any flaws. Was this delivery perfect, or did we have some issues? We'll let you know in this video. Stay tuned, keep watching, and hit the like and subscribe button as you continue. Here we have the 2022 Model Y Performance. I just took delivery of this vehicle, so it is brand new, and let's have a full-on walkthrough. So it did come with the Michelin Pilot Sport all-season tires, which I prefer over the Pirellis. I'm not sure if some people are still getting the Pirellis, but in my scenario, I did get the Michelins. There were some discussions regarding if people in the warmer climates would get the Pirellis over the Michelins, but I am on the East Coast, southern part of it, and I ended up still getting the Michelins. Hopefully they made the full-on conversion. The other thing is that the spoiler is present. There were some vehicles during a moment in time where they were not getting delivered with the spoiler, and they had their speed decreased from 155 to 135. Not in this case. Looks like now they're bringing them more and more with the spoiler attached. This vehicle also has the Matrix LED headlights, as you can see right there, and when you do run the LED light show, which we'll make videos on, it displays Tesla and seems like you can customize them to do even more. It'll be better once we can get the full functionality of it, which at the current time we don't know when that will come, but at least it's present for future proofing of the vehicle, and it'll be just a software update. It does also come with a 12-watt lithium-ion battery compared to the acid battery that they used before. When it comes to the gaps on the vehicle, I would say that this build is actually very good. I've compared it to my previous build, which I took the delivery last year around March, and it was on a standard range, and you can go and check that video out. That car had over 20 something issues at delivery, and this one so far I've only found 3 minor issues, and it's easy fixes. Nothing mechanical or damage to the body that would alter or make you change to take on the delivery. When I picked up this car, it only had about 3 miles on it, so there was no use of the car prior to it getting from Fremont. The car was received for Fremont, and that's what some people have been asking. If you are looking for an Austin build, I don't think we're going to be getting one soon yet, just because they have not been certified, but there's a chance by the end of the quarter. Now, the only way that you're going to be able to tell is when you look at your VIN number. If the 11th letter is an F, that means Fremont, and if it's an A, then it's Austin. Now let's go ahead and take a look at opening the doors. The doors worked great as well. Again, this build, I can't complain about it. It was a great experience, and I did have to look at all of the options, everything that I've had previously done to the standard range that I had compared to this one, and I'm just happy how this one turned out. I think it's just getting better and better with each iteration. It'll be interesting to see how the vehicles coming out of Austin will be different, or if the build will be impacted since it is a new factory. But so far Fremont has been doing much better, and I can't complain. This one was a very good experience. Now, if you have taken delivery of your vehicle recently and had any issues, please leave that in the comments and just let me know what you're experiencing. There are checklists out there that you can look at and follow to see if there are any issues. But if you've had a car previously, you kind of know what to look for already. All the seals, all the gaps, everything that you're looking for, the entertainment system, everything was there. I didn't even have any issues with the USB-C ports. They were also present. No scratches on the inside. The only thing that I had an issue with, it was minor discoloration on the back seat on the leather, which they will address. I had a minor scuff on the one of the headlights and a minor scuff on the charging port. Again, very minor and something that they can take care of and replace, and the service appointment is already scheduled, and they said they'll go ahead and take a look at it. As you can see, this does not have the double pane back glass, but it does have the double pane front glass. It would be interesting to see when we will see those additions to the vehicles with the double pane and also the cargo cover in the back. But this one does not come with it. It does have 13 speakers, so the removal of the one speaker, and I can tell you from experience, it does not impact the sound performance. It is very loud, very rich, and you can adjust it. Still one of the better sound systems in a vehicle out there. That's my opinion just from using it on the previous model and some other vehicles recently. But it's going to be your preference, and if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But I have a feeling that most people will. As for the doors, there were some people that complained that they had to close the door a little bit harder than normal. In my experience so far, I haven't had that issue. Just like previously, you do have to push a little bit harder, but I don't know if it's just because it's a little bit lower. I have another vehicle that's a bigger SUV, and I feel sometimes that I have to shut that door a little bit harder as well. So I would say that's just normal part of the experience. Now, that's not where all the upgrades stop. Let's go ahead and take a look at the infotainment system. If you've read multiple articles, the infotainment system has been upgraded by using the AMD Ryzen chipsets, and this one did come with the AMD Ryzen chipset. The performance is noticeable compared to the previous model. On my standard range, I had the Intel, and I could definitely tell when it was sluggish. When you sat down and you wanted to browse the web, it was a little bit harder to navigate. If you wanted to load Netflix, once Netflix loaded, it would stutter here and there when it came to selecting the content. This one right here, we are currently on LTE connection, and you can notice how much more streamlined it is. It actually is scrolling without too much jitter. It still has a little bit jitter here and there, but that can be maybe refined with their UI. But overall, it is much faster and snappier. When you select content, it does react and it does play. As you can see here in just this quick demo, just searching some of the videos and going between the applications, you can see how it's reacting and how it's loading. Playing video, as you can see, much faster. This is using LTE connection, so it's not connected to Wi-Fi. We are getting a good response and good load time. We are running on version 11, which was updated as I took the delivery, and it was ready for me. And version 11 is different than previously used, and so far it's still getting the adjustment for it, but I would say it's a very good upgrade once you get used to it. The functionality and features where they're in place does take a little bit of to just kind of adjust, but like I said, once you get used to it, it tends to work, and some of the stuff just makes sense. Having the bottom tray is sometimes beneficial when you switch apps. And in the next part, we'll cover the delivery process as well. Now here we are on the day of delivery. Now we took some footage on the time of the delivery just to kind of show exactly what the car looked at the moment and what it looked like inside. So this is how you will see your car when you're first picking it up. Now once you're picking up your car, you will have an inspection process where they give you the time to inspect your car just to make sure that everything is all right. We stepped inside and we did verify that the USB-C ports were present as well as the wireless charging. We did still have the sticker on the screen, so we removed that a little bit later. The only issue that I had was connecting the app to accept delivery, but after 3 tries, it finally worked, and then I haven't had any issues going forth. So on the inspection day, they give you all the time that you need to make sure that everything is all right with the car before you accept delivery and leave with the car. You want to make sure that the car meets all your expectations and that you verify that it does not have any issues before you leave with the vehicle. The other thing that I wanted to verify is which battery it had. Some users reported of receiving LFP batteries on their Model Y Performance and Model 3 Performance. Now I haven't heard of any of that in prior to the comments that were listed, but I've seen that all the cars should be 2170s at the current moment. And the only way that you can check that is if you go into the car and you go into the infotainment system and you go to the battery or charging section and you see daily and trip. If you see daily and trip, that means that the car is on a 2170, not an LFP. So hope you guys enjoyed. Hit the like and subscribe button, and thank you for watching.